long time ago in a land far away. Actually, it was in Chicago. My dad boxed. He was a good boxer. He was ETO champion, European Theater of Operations. So a war hero, real tough guy. Brought me up to be as tough as possible. Kind of like the way I brought up my children, in the gym, training. My dad, we didn't go to the gym, but we trained in the backyard. He would hold mitts, he'd box with me. He had me boxing as a little kid. I mean, 2 years old, 3 years old, punching a bag, bobbing and weaving, tap blocking, all the things that I teach today. And I started out in the 60s. They had a wrestling program at Hawthorne Elementary School by Wrigleyville, and I joined the wrestling team. And the very first year I became the Chicago Wrestling Champion. First I won the Northside Championship at Lane Tech as little kids. Didn't make weight, I was underweight. You're supposed to weigh 65 pounds. I didn't weigh 65 pounds. So the coach put the locks in my pockets from all the kids so that I would make weight. And I had silver dollars in my hand and in my mouth, so I made weight. I wound up winning the Northside title, and then I won the city title my freshman year. I was a police officer, and I was putting together all this stuff that I was doing, the judo and the jiu-jitsu and the kickboxing and Thai boxing. I really never studied jiu-jitsu. I studied submission grappling under a guy named Lou Taliber at Hamlin Park, and I studied judo under Master Shin. And judo has a lot of jiu-jitsu applications, submissions and hold downs. And Lou Taliber taught me catch wrestling, which was heel hooks and arm bars and all the things that all the MMA guys are doing today. Well, that was in the 60s when I was learning all that stuff, and I just kept doing it. In 1972, my physics teacher was a guy named Mr. Fabian, and Mr. Fabian said to me, he goes, first of all, let me set the thing here. There was a glee club in our school, which kind of put up awards for guys that were competing and winning, and I had won some judo championships and some wrestling championships and just different events, and they would put your name up over the doorways, and it says Shermer wins this, Shermer wins that. And Mr. Fabian said, Shermer, all that stuff you do is physics. It's Newton's laws of motion and matter, it's physics. And I started thinking at that time, because when I'd fight in different kind of tournaments, Tom Latuli tournaments or Midwest Circuit or whatever they were, it didn't matter. I would want to take people down and choke them out or armbar them or something like that. Most of the tournaments, they didn't allow that. So, I would tell them it's kind of like jiu-jitsu, and they didn't know what jiu-jitsu was, so they call it Bob's hooji-juji stuff. And I would use my hooji-juji submissions and arm bars and chokes and take guys down, put them in precarious situations. Combat Do was started in probably, putting everything together was in 72. Great success in fighters that came out of Combat Do. Well, the list is just insane. There's been so many world champions out of this team since 1993 when I incorporated. I had 2 5-year goals for Combat Do. The first one was to be one of the best teams in the nation, and the second was to make $1 million. I've still not made the $1 million, but that first year we went to the USNTF Nationals. First we went to the state, we won the state, and then we went to the nationals, and we won the nationals in Taekwondo, which is an art that, I fought in the Marine Corps, Taekwondo champion, inter-service champion. So I had a lot of experience in it. And then No Holds Barred, we had guys doing pretty darn good. We had Shoney Carter, who was fighting No Holds Barred, Brian Gasway, We had myself, of course, and then mixed martial arts started coming around, and we had guys, Jimmy Theobald, guys that won several world titles. I mean, Rolly Huguetos. We had guys like Ray Garza. And then currently we got 7-time world champion Jose Shorty Torres. He's got 7 world titles, 2 IMUF world titles, some Titan FC world titles. He's cleaning up, cleaning house. Went 30-something fights undefeated. My sons have won world titles. My daughters. Maribel was a 5-time world jiu-jitsu champion. 5 times. She won her first women's division title at the age of 13. And that was in the women's division. No weight class. She fought a girl named Kisma Button from, I think she was from Tennessee. Weighed 200 pounds. Maribel beat her. Maribel was 130 pounds. So I can go on and on. There's so many Combat Do fighters and won so much. I guess the most stellar thing that we could talk about what Combat Do has won is in 2014 at the first ever International Mixed Martial Arts Federation World Championship. These are teams from all over the world. 3 members of the Combat Do team won the world title. It's only 9 divisions. So from this school, only 9 divisions, we won 3 of them. And of course our team won the world title. So that was in 2014, and I don't think anybody will ever be able, any one school will ever be able to beat that mark. This is Master Bob Schirmer from Combat Do, the way of combat.